Brooks and Dunn at Country Favorites BX93. It's 3:19, and this is Chris Hardigan. I'm live in the studio with Crystal Shawanda. Thank you so much for coming in. We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. I was afraid y'all wouldn't let me in the door since I stood you up the last time.
Well, you know, these things happen in the world of music, and we're so delighted that you come in. Thanks again for squeezing us into your day.
Oh, thank you. We got lucky today. The snow wasn't as bad for us today, so we got to make it this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, by the way, the success of Dawn of a New Day. The title track, I know from the album, is doing well, and the album is doing great, too.
It is. It's exciting. You know, you never know what's going to happen when you actually, comes time to release the album into stores. I mean, there is a little voice deep inside going, what if nobody buys it? So, it's good to be at this level where we're, coming into the fourth single and everything that's happened in the past year. It's amazing.
So where were you the first time you heard a Crystal Shawanda song on the radio?
The very first time, well, in Canada, the very first time, actually, I was just within this area. We were kind of driving around in a car out promoting You Can Let Go to the radio stations, and that was the first time. We were just like in between places, between Toronto and Hamilton. And the first time I heard it in America, I was in Spokane, Washington.
And what's that like? That must be surreal.
It is. It's amazing, I think because You Can Let Go, that was my first single. I think because it is a little bit more thoughtful and a little more reflective, I got a little more weepy than up and down excited. I guess for me it was kind of like watching my life flash before my eyes, thinking about, my parents driving me to all my gigs through snowstorms, blizzards, and driving in the truck with my dad and dreaming, and it's just, just everything, goes through my mind all at once when I first heard that song.
In 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. Everything. It was like I said, watching it flash before my eyes.
Congratulations, too, on 2 big Juno nominations, Best New Artist and Country Recording of the Year for the album.
Yeah, it's incredible.
What's that feel like?
It's amazing. I mean, for me, all I ever wanted was just to sing. And then, in order to do that, you got to get music on radio and get out there to the fans. And, never in my mind did it even start to think about, I wish I could win this award or this award. I guess partly inside I felt like I didn't even have the right to think about that. First, I felt like I needed to prove myself that I even belong in this industry. And now it's kind of like win or lose, whatever happens, it's already a dream come true, because in the end, this nomination is recognizing all the people's hard work. Because, I'm on stage every night feeling the love, but they're in their offices and they don't get to hear it every day. So
that's the record folks and the producers and the
all my
engineers.
promo teams, everybody who worked on the album, my crew who's out with me on the road, my band. The music being, even though my musicians didn't play on this album, we represent this album, and all the people in the offices here in Sony Canada as well as back in America. So I feel like they're all getting, the recognition they deserve because they worked hard.
Do those nominations validate what you're doing?
I definitely think for me, I definitely feel like, yeah, sure, yeah, definitely. By myself personally, I don't base my personal goals on awards and stuff like that, though.
But they tell you you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I feel like. I feel like these nominations and any awards I've gotten in the past, I definitely feel like it's, making it possible for me and my fans to hang out for many years to come, hopefully.
Boy, I sure hope there's a whole bunch of years to come. Crystal Shawanda is with me here in the studio at BX93. You have become such a role model for every performer that has a dream, and maybe embraced even more so by the Aboriginal community. How does that feel?
Oh, it's beautiful. The support that I've gotten, not only from my home country, Canada, but from the Native community, it's been beautiful. You obviously hope to, get the praise of everybody, but to have the acceptance and have your music and your dreams embraced by, your home country and my own peeps, it's definitely, it's beautiful. I see so many
more Aboriginal singers coming onto the platform. You've kind of led the way, but folks like Shane Yellowbird are being recognized across the country.
Definitely, I think there was a lot of people who came before me and Shane Yellowbird that maybe necessarily didn't get to the place we have, but I definitely think they need to be recognized as well. For me, I wouldn't have even gotten this far. Like, I have all kinds of heroes, Hank Williams, Patsy Cline, and then I have other heroes who, weren't as well known, like Buffy St. Marie or Ricky Lynn Gregg or, You know, and then you look at other singers that maybe people didn't even realize were Native American, like Ray Price was actually, you know, the singing Cherokee. Yeah,
Cherokee.
absolutely, you're right.
Tell folks how a young singer from the Wikwemikong Reserve ended up on the stage at Tootsie's Orchid Lounge in Nashville. That seems like a million miles away, or kilometers.
It definitely is. A lot of kilometers, a lot of miles. But I grew up on those stories. You know, my parents and my grandparents, they love country music, and not just the music, but the whole essence of it, the culture, the stories. I guess for my parents and grandparents, it made it feel like anybody could dream, you know, anybody could have a dream. Because if you look at everybody within country music, when it started, Loretta Lynn, you know, they all grew up through hard times, and my family could relate to that. And it kind of made it seem like, you know, we're all more the same than we are different. If we could relate to them, and we could relate to what they're going through in their music. And I guess hearing those stories about them, I wanted to go to their old stomping grounds, which was Tootsie's. You know, Patsy, she used to close that place down many a night. Chris Christopherson, Roger Miller, they all used to hang out there pitching their songs to the artists. And I guess hearing those stories, I couldn't wait to jump in and, you know, be a part of history myself.
Are people pitching their songs to you now?
Yes, all the time. It's beautiful.
What
I love
a neat
it.
feeling, eh?
Yeah, it is. It's an honor because, I mean, those are somebody's babies, all those songs that people write. I mean, people take great care, and that's somebody's gift that they're saying, I trust you as my gift, you know. So for me, it's a huge honor, and I, you know, even if I don't record their song, I still keep their songs. And actually, every song that was pitched to me throughout the making of my first album, I still have every single one of those songs at my house. I like to listen to them, you know. It's like you hear a song, and it's like, I love this song. It's not right for my album, but I might need this on a rainy day just to listen to as a
Or
friend.
it may be right for an album down the road.
Exactly, you never know. And I do that, like, every time I'm home. Sometimes I'll go through old CDs that have been pitched to me, whether I've been a writer on them or not. I'm always considering, you know, I never close down any avenues as far as, I never want to get to that point where I'm just going through my point of view. I think there's a lot of point of views out there that need to be shared, and I'm glad to and proud to record other people's music.
Crystal Shawanda in the studio with me here at BX93. Tonight is your first night on the Paisley Party Tour. First night in a big arena?
Yes, this size.
So
I've
this-
been like in a, you know, a mini arena,
Right.
but I've never been in an arena this big, or, you know, so it's
A little nervous?
yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm more excited. The stage part is exciting, like being at the fans. I'm like butterflies in my stomach excited. But I think just being around the crew and the bands of Brad Paisley and Dirk Bentley, I'm more nervous about that part. I'm always afraid to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, and I still get starstruck when I meet people. I'm still very new to this, to where, you know, I just like everybody else. It's like I can't think of what to say when I meet them. Then after they're gone, I'm like, darn it, I should have said this and that, and you know, so I'm still kind of struggling with that.
You know that Brad is a big prankster.
Yes.
And have you got anything planned?
You know what? I didn't plan anything. I thought about putting some real hard thought into it and asking the fans to help me out. But, you know, I'm a pretty good sport. I'm anxious to see what he's going to pull on us. I'm actually looking forward to it. I grew up with two older brothers, so I'm
So
pretty used to being the
You've
butt
been
of a
hazed
joke.
before, yeah.
Oh, too many times to count.
What are folks going to see Crystal Shawanda do on stage tonight? They're walking into the John Labatt Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Shawanda!
Well, they're definitely going to hear some of the songs that they've helped made hits for me here in Canada, and then they're going to hear some other music off the album that, you know, they haven't heard on the radio before, and they're definitely going to get a great show because that's what they deserve. And I mean, hey, we're getting the stage warmed up for Dirk Bentley and Brad Paisley. We're going to have to definitely try to bring it.
I think you will. Crystal, thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Now
Thanks
that you
for
know where
having
we
me.
are, don't be a stranger, eh?
Yeah, for sure. We'll come dropping in anytime.
I hope so. Crystal
Anytime you
Shawanda,
have us.
anytime. Crystal Shawanda, my guest here at Country Favorites BX93.